Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Soul Ecosystem Podcast, where we talk about soul contracts and everything that you can find in them using the Soul Matrix modality. Soul Matrix modality is a combination of Jewish mysticism, tarology, numerology, and astrology. In today's episode, since today is going to be the second to last episode of 2024, I really wanted to keep the energy light, not get into anything heavy or super complicated. I wanted to start ushering in 2025 with some hope and positivity and inspiration. And what is more inspiring than knowing that you are not going to have to worry about your finances in the next year? We are going to be looking into programs that you can find in soul contracts that specifically predict some kind of financial fortune. But before we head into that, I wanted to do a quick financial intuitive reading for everyone listening. You should take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it feels like I'm speaking directly to you, it probably means that the message is for you. And the things that I asked in regards to finances are what it's going to look like for us in 2025, what it looked like for us in 2024, and what we need to do in order to bring about our highest potential in regards to finances. And 3 cards popped out for us today. One was the Sun, one was Judgment, and one was the 2 of Pentacles. So I like that only one of the cards is actually about finances and the others are about our energy, because this speaks to exactly what we are going to talk about with the financial blessing programs. This speaks to how important it is to be in the right mindset, to be in the right belief system within ourselves and in the right energy in order to be manifesting our highest potential. So if you asked yourself a question right before this reading began, the answer is yes. The Sun card is the card of yes. It's the card of joy, of abundance, of wish fulfillment. It is this golden energy that I associate money with. I associate money as a golden energy. And when I was reading these flashcards that I have for the financial blessing programs, that is the energy that was coming up for me. I was imagining somebody that was completely covered head to toe in like this gold light. They were just essentially made out of a ray of sunshine. And if you're watching on video, this card is very, very inspirational. It's giving hope. It's giving abundance. It's giving this carefree energy. Like this person's not worried about anything. They're just basking in the glow of the sun and not worried about finances at all, which is what I wish for everybody listening to this come 2025. So we're very much glowing going into 2025. And I want to keep that energy up in order to stay in this mindset of attracting what it is that we've been manifesting for such a long time. And we have been manifesting it for a long time. The card for our 2024 year was Judgment. And that's about self-realization. That's about spiritual awakenings and really birthing what it is that you want out of life, like really manifesting and working towards making this dream a reality. If you're seeing this on video, you're going to see a woman that is like almost like pouring out her soul. Like she's trying so hard to reach these pinnacles of success, to reach the dreams that she's been holding on to. And it's kind of this moment of keeping the faith, even when you can't see what it is that you want yet. You know that it's there. You know that you can get there. You don't see it happening, but you believe in yourself. You keep the faith and you know that you have to keep going because it's going to show up. And 2025 is when it shows up. In order for it to show up for us the way that we want it to, we need to show up for it. We also need to do our part. We also need to do our own inner work. And what the universe is asking of us is to get our priorities right. We have the 2 of Pentacles here, and we see somebody that is trying to juggle 2 things at once, and it might not be working for her. So there's this need to balance many aspects of ourselves. Maybe you're juggling a lot of things and you're feeling so overwhelmed that it's not letting you get to what it is that you actually want to be doing. And when we get overwhelmed like that, we tire ourselves out so much that even the things that we want to be doing doesn't bring us joy anymore. We're too tired. We just want to rest. We just want to sleep. We just want to take midday naps. So there's this need to seek harmony. There's this need to make a schedule, set a routine, make sure that we are taking care of ourselves in all aspects of our life, not just working and grinding and being a part of the hustle culture. We need to make sure that we're balancing our spiritual lives, our mental states, emotional states. It all has to be in harmony with each other. If we're neglecting one or the other, or everything except for the one financial part, you are just going to run yourself ragged. You're just going to run yourself into the ground trying to make sure that all of the bills are paid, everything that you need to pay for is taken care of. When we worry too much about the material and neglect different areas of our life, we sabotage the otherwise ascension we've been doing in regards to the inner work, in regards to the limiting beliefs that we've been dropping. I feel like a lot of us have been healing that. A lot of us have been recognizing ways we are sabotaging ourselves, ways we are preventing ourselves from growth. And we've been learning to kind of quiet the monkey mind, quiet the constant anxiety, quiet the constant fear that's popping up for us. And when I say us, I'm speaking foremost for myself, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggles with this. So the energy of 2025 is finally stepping in and seeing the fruit of our labor, seeing the rewards from all of the manifesting, all of the vision boards that we've been doing. All of that is going to start showing up because you showed up in 2024. You are going to get rewarded for it. It is really important, though, that we still keep the faith. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel like if it's not showing up for you right at the beginning of the year, then it's not coming. It's coming. We are going to be in this sun energy where we're prancing around meadows and being carefree. Like, I think that's what we're all chasing. We're chasing the freedom that comes with financial stability, that freedom that comes with not having to worry about whether or not you're going to have enough to pay your bills next month. So this episode is going to be a giant reminder of how important it is to not get discouraged when we cannot physically see what it is that we're trying to manifest. If it wasn't meant for us, we wouldn't have those desires. If our dreams, if our hopes and our visions for our future weren't possible, we wouldn't be able to visualize them. We wouldn't be able to have the desires for that kind of lifestyle or for that kind of environment, for that kind of relationship. I remember reading once about inner knowing and about the gift of clairvoyance. And the book said that a very easy way to know if something is possible for your future is to try and imagine it. And if you cannot imagine it, that means there's no timeline where that happens at the present moment. But if you can imagine it, if you can imagine you living in your dream city, in your dream house, having your dream job, being able to work from home, whatever it is that is on your heart, if you can imagine it in your mind's eye, that means it's a possibility. That means that it is a possible timeline. So stick with that vision and don't lose sight of it. Don't let go of it. Keep the faith and start to create those routines and schedules that you need to in order to be living this life that you've dreamed of, because it's coming in for you. And if you believe that it's coming in for you, you're going to have to get ready for it. I think there was a Steve Harvey episode I saw one time where he was trying to manifest a car. He needed a car really bad, and he was saving up money when he was really young. And he was talking to his mom. He's like, I can't seem to save up enough money to get this car. Like, I need a car. The one I have is old or broken or something was wrong with it. And his mom was saying, well, you have a car in your driveway. How are you going to ask for a car when you already have one? Get rid of the old one that you don't need, you can't use, and make space for the new car that you're trying to manifest in order to show the universe that you're ready for it. You believe that it's going to come in and you need it to come in now. It works that way on so many levels, with relationships, with other things that we're trying to manifest, not just with tangible things. If you are trying to manifest a partner, a soulmate, but you are having a friends with benefits or situationship on the side as a backup plan or as a temporary thing, the universe is going to see your energy and see that there's a placeholder there. So they don't need to bring in what it is that you're asking for, because there's something already in place of what it is that you want. So just something to think about. I'm not sure why I went on that tangent, but I guess it was needed. But that sums up 2025 energy. We are going to start seeing the fruits of our labor, and we are going to be able to get into that energy where we don't have to worry. And that sounds so freeing. That sounds so freeing because I worry all the time. And that is something I'm trying to do. That's something I'm trying to, change, not do. I'm trying to do less of it. So I'm hoping that the universe will see that I can keep the faith and keep going strong and not start spiraling when it doesn't happen right away. So in regards to financial blessings in soul contracts, the programs that promise abundance, there has been 3 that I have come across. One of which is called the Luck Program. I think I've only ever seen it in 1 contract. Out of the hundreds of contracts I've looked into, celebs and clients alike, I think I've only ever seen it in 1, because the Luck Program only has 2 numbers, whereas the other 2 financial blessings have 3 numbers in the program. So the numbers have to add up a certain way in order to only give you the 19 and the 7 that you see in the Luck Program, which is why it's so rare. But I'll start with that one because it's very, very to the point. It's short, sweet. It doesn't have negative connotations to it. It just means that you are a person that is lucky. You are a person that is constantly offered opportunities out of nowhere. But the reason I felt that we need to talk about this program is, even though it doesn't specifically say, oh, you're going to come into money, it sets the tone for the other 2 programs. The Luck Program kind of goes hand in hand with the Midas Touch program, but the Luck Program says that this person has an internal strength that is very, very rare. They have this resilience and this belief in themselves that powers this luck. Think of a person that just knows that everything's going to work out for them. Everything's going to go smoothly. Like, they'll figure it out when they get there. Like, they don't worry about anything. They're very Matthew McConaughey energy, where it's just like, I'm just living, LIVIN. This person is so used to almost being in like this childlike energy where they don't have to worry about it because they're like, oh, mom and dad will figure it out. But like, there's no mom and dad. They just know that they don't have to worry about it because it's going to work out. So it's a very rare program and very particular. And I specifically want to focus on the fact that what fuels this luck, is a belief in yourself. And I think that anybody could attract this luck to themselves if they have that kind of unwavering, unfaltering belief in what they want to happen coming to fruition. So I think we could all use a bit of the Luck Program. I think we could all just pretend like we have it in our soul contracts and maybe start manifesting that lucky energy into our life. Now, piggybacking off of the Luck Program is the Midas Touch program. So it's giving the same vibe as the Luck Program and then some. This is a person who not only gets opportunities sent their way all the time, everything that they set out to do, they manage to accomplish. They have this freak way of doing things, like whatever it is, vending machines, the claw machines, casinos. They have this lucky streak. And I feel like it's because they're so detached from the outcome that they're able to attract a better outcome than most. And maybe what detaches them from the outcome is the knowing that it's going to work out and they don't have to worry about it because things just work out for them. So the Midas Touch goes into a lot more detail in regards to the program itself and how it manifests. This is a person that is very up to date on all the trends. They buy the latest gadgets. They make their lives as easy as possible. Like, they try to do that with the gadgets. And they have this talent for simplifying complicated things. They're able to understand complicated things in a way that other people can't and solve problems. They're like master problem solvers. This is a person that's very bright. They have a very bright personality and they're always bursting with new ideas. And they're usually the ones that you call for help in a crisis situation or some kind of situation where you don't know how to figure something out. You call them because you know they're going to be able to think outside the box and give you a solution that you haven't thought of before. Now, for this program to be manifesting positively, where everything is going good for them, where they succeed in everything they set out to do, they have to have that belief in themselves. The luck program doesn't have that. The luck program says that you already have that. You're operating from that space. So everything you do is lucky. But this program, the Midas Touch one, if you lose that faith in yourself and the belief in your competence, in your energy, then you can start experiencing some stagnancy. And this is exactly why I wanted to touch on this coming into 2025, so that we know exactly what energy we need to be in when we are trying to manifest our highest potential and our highest timeline. I have poured over so many celeb contracts looking for these programs that indicate financial success, financial blessings. And the most interesting thing I've found is who it is showing up for. The celebs that I've found with the Midas Touch program were Avicii, Mac Miller, Angus Cloud, Simon Cowell, Stephen Collins, which is the dad from Seventh Heaven, J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter, Richard Branson, Colin Mockery, Denzel Washington, and Emma Watson. I wish I counted how many celebs I looked into, and those are the only ones that I could come up with that have this program. And I feel like I see it manifesting maybe the most in Richard Branson. I feel like he's the perfect poster child for that energy, because he seems like the type of person to not really care about anything. He's so successful and he's rich, but he has this very like effortless way about him. And this is the way that the program manifests. It manifests so effortlessly. These people effortlessly achieve their dreams. I mean, it's not that they're not hardworking. It's not that they didn't work hard to get to where they have gotten. But these are the kind of people that whatever game you play with them, whatever competitive sport, like bet you're making, they're always coming out on top. And it looks like they're not even trying, but somehow they're just beating everybody, whether it's in a game of wits, like whatever the contest is, they make it look so effortless. I feel like we all can relate to that a little bit, in the sense of we know a person that's like that. It feels like they're just favored by the universe. So those are the celebs that I found that have that program. The next program is the Millionaire program. So the Millionaire program is given to those who deserve it. It is the kind of blessing that you earn from a past life. So the people that have this in their soul contract, and I have actually had a couple of clients that have the Millionaire program, and I had maybe like 2 or 3 that had the Midas Touch program. I haven't had any clients that have the Luck program yet, though. But the Millionaire program is one that is earned. So that means at some point in one of your incarnations, the universe was like, we owe you one next time. Like, next drink is on us. They're like, we have to make sure that we don't kind of screw you over next go around. So this is a gift from fate that is very much well-deserved. And I think that is why you find the most unexpected celebs on this list. Like, I knew that I would find it in one of the Kardashians, because some people they become successful because they work hard. They manage to make a lot of money, like they manage to land the right roles, they have the right opportunities thrust upon them. But then others were kind of destined for it. And this is a very much destined kind of blessing, where you just have this abundance come to you because you were a decent person in a past life. So I'm going to read the names of the celebs that I have found thus far with the Millionaire program. It might get a little lengthy, so just sit tight and let's see how this lands for you guys. So for the Millionaire program, we have Joe Manganiello, Rihanna, Beyonce, Ozzy Osbourne, Mark Zuckerberg, Kris Jenner, Kourtney Kardashian. I feel like before I go through the rest of them, I had a feeling Kris Jenner was going to have some kind of abundance program, because she's like the momager, right? the Millionaire program specifically can be passed down to others. So whenever you're in a relationship with somebody that has the Millionaire program, aka me, my husband actually has the Millionaire program, they can pass on this luck, this like abundance energy to you because they're in a relationship with you. So when I saw that Kris Jenner had the Millionaire program in her chart, I was like, that makes so much sense because she made Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, not only just physically, literally, but she made them what they are today. I feel like her talent at managing and teaching, I don't know. I don't even know I don't know how she did it. I don't know what she did to make all of her children as successful as they turn out to be, but she was definitely passing on this energy from her Millionaire program to her children. So Kris Jenner has it. Kourtney Kardashian has it. I was surprised that Kim or Kylie didn't have it. But remember, this program has to be earned. So yeah, Justin Bieber, Heath Ledger, Dua Lipa, Lizzo, Adele, Rainn Wilson, which is Dwight from The Office, Eric Clapton, Liam Neeson, Harrison Ford, Gabriel Iglesias, Paul Walker, Aaliyah, Patrick Dempsey, Kurt Cobain, Chadwick Boseman, and Janis Joplin. There is one other name on there that might not be so familiar, Sarah Ramirez. She played Callie in Grey's Anatomy. So yes, that's quite a random list, but it gives you the sense of what kind of people they were in a past life that deserved such a blessing. And I know my husband deserved the Millionaire program that's in his chart because he is a saint. He is an absolute saint. He has the patience of a saint, and it's very obvious to me why he has that in his chart. I could never. I get too riled up about everything. So with the Millionaire program, I didn't go into detail specifically about what it entails, but it also has no negatives. It doesn't go away. It is a gift of fate, so it can't be operating from the negative. And it essentially means that at some point in your life, either through inheritance or luck or success of a business of yours or of a partner's, you are going to come into an abundance of money. And this doesn't mean only financial wealth. This also means wealth in family life, a good family home life, maybe a lot of kids, a good relationship with your kids. So it's a really multifaceted gift. And this energy can be passed on to others in your immediate circle. And I feel like it's because people with the Millionaire program, they are just so savvy with business, with, I don't know what it is about it, but I found that there's like this inner programming inside of them where they're just naturally able to run businesses and be entrepreneurs. They're very, very confident. And it's almost like they have this inner knowing of how to make money, how to be successful, how to sell things, be a good salesman. I feel like that's the energy that comes from the Millionaire program based on the clients that I've had that have this program and based on my husband. So it's one of my favorite programs to talk about. I do not have any of them in my chart. I have had one client that had both the Midas Touch and the Millionaire program, and I haven't been able to find that anywhere since. This person is somebody that is just a master salesman. She knows how to sell herself. She knows how to sell products, sell her energy, and really be in that space where she is a magnet to abundance. And it was so incredible to see. It was so incredible to be in that energy when reading her chart. It's funny that the richest people, like the billionaires and the multimillionaires that I looked up, they rarely have the Millionaire program. They rarely have the Luck program or the Midas Touch program. So don't get disheartened that it's not in your chart. It doesn't mean that you can't get yourself there. People with the Millionaire program specifically just have that extra advantage because they earned it. And I feel the takeaway that we can get from that, the people that don't have the Millionaire program, that don't have the luck and the Midas Touch program, is the energy that these people carry. And people with these programs in their chart believe in themselves. They kind of have this knowing that everything is going to work out for their good. It's going to work out in their favor. And they have this unfaltering belief that attracts their manifestations to them. I was just listening to an episode of Nikki Novo's podcast. I think she was doing a reading on money as well. And she was talking about how important it is to know how to sell your product. Know that you can't just want something to happen with your business. You need to know how to sell what it is that you do. And that's the energy of the Millionaire program. They know how to be a master salesman. They know what it is that they need to do in order to take a business off the ground, in order to be an entrepreneur. And it's really amazing to watch because my husband hasn't really ever started his own business up until now, up until very recently, actually. And I'm watching him literally make magic happen as if he knows how to launch businesses. He knows how to start businesses from the ground up. He's giving me tips on what it is that I need to do next. And all of it makes so much sense. There's just this inherent knowing that is probably from a past life. They were probably a businessman or a businesswoman in a past life that knew how to manage these things, knew how to run a business and what it takes to make a business grow and prosper. So I'm sitting here like having my mind blown. Like, where do you get that information? You're so naturally good at this. And I don't think he knows where he gets it from. It's just his brain. It's a natural talent. So love him to pieces. But this Midas Touch energy is the energy that we are coming into for 2025. If you have done the inner work in 2024, if you have kept the faith, if you keep believing that what it is that you're imagining, what it is that you're striving for, and kind of trying to bring out of yourself into the physical realm, it is going to manifest for you. Don't get discouraged just because you cannot see the tangible evidence of this happening now, because it is coming. It just needs some time. And while you're waiting, start preparing yourself for it coming true. Start preparing yourself. Make sure you have the room for it. Make sure you have the capacity for it. So if you have 10 different commitments for every day of the week, you are not going to be able to handle what it is that's coming in for you if it requires for you to have your evenings off or your mornings off or your afternoons off. Make room for it. Start to develop a schedule and really look for harmony in your schedule. Look for balance. Make sure you're not neglecting any aspect of yourself, the spiritual, the emotional, the mental. Balance it out as if the vision that you have for your future is already here, because the energy is there. It's just trying to show up in the physical. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Short, sweet, to the point, and hopefully it helps you guys get back that hope and not be so discouraged if you can't feel that support and feel that kind of go ahead from the universe, that nod from the universe that everything is working out. Just keep going. You've got this. Here it is. This is your big yes. It's going to happen. It's going to take time. So while you're waiting, make sure that you have everything in place for this to actually happen. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for listening. If you want to leave a comment, a review, subscribe, or a rating, please go ahead and do so. Your support means so much, especially for small businesses like mine. It may not seem like a lot, like one comment or one review, but it is giving me happy dances in my kitchen, and it's giving feedback. It's giving like this energy exchange back, and I know through the comments that this is resonating with you guys, so it means so much. If you wanted to purchase your own soul contract, the full version of it, you can purchase it at annarising.org. I also started doing mini soul contracts where it's just the highlights, and you can find that on my website, annarising.org. Please go ahead and follow Anna Rising Official on Instagram and the Soul Ecosystem. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your holidays, and I think the last episode of this year is going to be an energy reading for 2025. It's going to be more general than just financial stuff. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, and I'll see you next Friday.